Welcome to the Point 101. I'm your host, Gail, and today we're diving deep into a topic that touches the heart of every parent and guardian: God's promises for our children. Join me. Hello, everyone. Hello, it is Gail here. How are you all doing? As I said before, we will take this week to talk about bullying and what to do if your child is doing the bullying. Okay, so this will be a 7 part week. Okay, so we did the first part yesterday, and today we are doing the second, and it's Tuesday. Okay, so let's talk about what are we to do when our child is the child that's doing the bullying. How do we handle that? Okay, so and this question is already posted on to the point 101. Okay. The very first question that posted there is what to do when yeah, because, some point in time, our child will be the child that's doing the bullying. Now, so when the tables turn, how should parents respond if their child is the bully? What can you do? A lot of us, especially if we're called into school, we are going off. We're screaming, we're yelling. Some may even result in corporal punishment. But what are we to do? How should we handle the situation without making the situation even worse? Now, huh, when a parent learns that their child is being bullied, it can be an emotional, challenging situation. The response needs to be thoughtful and constructive, focusing on supporting the child and addressing the bully effectively. Now, that's what we can do when our child is being bullied. Now, when we turn the situation around, um, we're going to talk about what we can do when your child is the child that's bullying. Now, here's some advice. Step number one: stay calm. It's important to approach the situation without anger or frustration. Your child needs to feel safe discussing their behavior. And let me tell you what I truly believe, that if you don't take the time to speak to your child to where your child can explain everything to you, and you go to the school, who knows how many people the school will call in, counseling, whatever the case may be. And this is just me, and I've heard of these things happening. Your child say one thing, and sometimes a sentence is left out or whatever, so it's easier for you to get the information. But if you are a parent that is so aggressive in your tone, aggressive in a violent way, your child will shut down. Your child will shut down. And that's the last thing you need. You want your child to be comfortable enough to say, because there should never be a reason for bullying, but sometimes your child, the child that is being bullied, was once the child doing the bullying. And so how sometimes we go, ooh, karma is a B. Um, and then sometimes the tables get turned around. Now that child is being bullied. And this is why I say everybody gets a turn. but we must find a way to communicate. So, second one is talk openly. Initiate a conversation with your child about their actions. Ask open ended questions to understand why they are bullying and how they perceive their behavior. So, ask those questions. The third advice is educate about empathy. Help your child understand the impact of their actions on others. Discuss feelings and put them in the shoes of the victim. Like, how would you feel if they had said that about me? How would you feel if someone found out that your sister, your brother, your mama, your dad stole and went to jail? Do you want them bullying you about it? Making fun of you? Sometimes we do have to reverse the role and ask our child, how do you feel if someone did this to you? Now, set clear expectations. Make it clear that bullying is unacceptable. Establish rules and consequences for behavior that harms others, emphasizing the importance of treating everyone with respect. Treating everyone with respect. But as I said before, sometimes as parents, we truly believe that, oh, there's no way I could be bullying my child or my children, and we bully them. Now, encourage positive behavior. And you cannot encourage positive behavior if you're using negative behavior to address the situation. So, promote kindness and empathy by encouraging your child to participate in activities that foster these values as a volunteer or helping others. And we must also teach our children that if someone else is bullying a child, that does not mean you join in. Sometimes you just can't be the follower. You have to be the leader. You have to be the one to say, no, we're not doing this. Come on, just leave them alone and walk away instead of engaging into the negativity. Because where Sarah got away with it, John gonna get caught. And we must remember to make those comparisons. One can get away with it, but that does not mean you can get away with it. 3 people could have been bullying, but just a 4th one got caught, which would be you. So that's another thing that we must convey to our children. Now, monitoring social interactions. Be aware of your child's social circle and activities. Monitor their friendship and interactions, as peers' influences can sometimes encourage negative behavior. And to me, that is right there at the top of the list. You should know who it is that your child is hanging out with. That's why at some point you have to get to know your children's friends and their parents. Because what I want to say in today's society, whereas before we can look and say, oh, well, your friends are your friends. Now, no. You cannot hang out with this one and do not bring them to my door. And then you give the reason why. And then you point out any negative influences that you feel is being put on your child. Or every time that your child is around that person, they seem to get into deep trouble. So that is another way that you can monitor who it is that your child is hanging out with. Now, work with the school. Communicate with your child's school to discuss the situation. Collaborate with teachers and counselors for support to help intervene appropriately. Now, let me just say this, because the last couple of situations that came about at the school, allegedly, the school, the school is aware of what is going on, and no one seemed to convey that to the parent. The parent was not told. The school had their own set of rules. I remember when my son was in school, and let's say something happened, a fight, or someone talked bad about someone or whatever. The school had this, okay, this is what you're saying, so we need one more person to say that this is what they heard as well. And I'm thinking, first of all, when the child's in that situation, fear strikes. They can see faces on faces, or maybe in the beginning, they see one or two people. After that, they're not worried about where's this one, where's that one, who, like, wait. So where's the hallway monitors? Where's the school monitors? And I know a lot of times we go through budget cuts and, they aren't available. But at the end, to still put that type of pressure and stress to say, I don't believe you unless you bring someone else to collaborate with what you're saying, I think is wrong. So as much as you would like to work with the school and the teachers, then you must hold them accountable as well by going to the school board, need be. Do not cut out any channels. And here's a big one that we must accept: seek professional help. Sometimes, like I said, these generational curses that we all go through, thinking that it all comes down to, well, when I was coming up, my mother went upside my head, and her mother went upside her head, and her mother went upside her head, and so now I'm going upside your head. Sometimes, if there is an underlying issue, could be mental, who knows? But to resolve that by trying to use corporal punishment, to me, it's not a win-win situation, because then you become the bully. You're the one who's being very aggressive, and then you're teaching your child while you're trying to say, this is not how you handle the situation. You're doing it to your child. But seek professional help. If the behavior persists or is deeply rooted, consider seeking guidance from a child psychologist or counselor that can provide strategies tailored to your child's specific situations. Like I said, a lot of times mental illnesses is handed down generation. And there could possibly be a cure for it, but with the proper training, then you and the school would know how to deal with your child when that problem arises. Now, model appropriate behavior. Biggie, what I've been talking about. Children often mimic their parents' behavior, so set good examples through your own interactions with others. Show compassion, conflict resolution, and respect in your daily life. So if they see you bullying someone, then why would they not bully? This is what you're putting in front of their face. We can't continue to live this, what did he say? What they used to say, do as I say and not as I do. Today I'm doing as you do and I'm doing as you say. So if I see you bullying and cussing someone out, I'm going right outside and I'm going to do the same. Stay involved. Keep an open line of communication with your child. continue discussions about their emotions, relationships, and any challenges that they may face. And what I want to say there also is that when a child is in a challenging situation and you're dealing with that child and you have other children at home, somehow you need to also like give that advice that you're given and that child's behavior. You need to make the other ones aware that this will not be tolerated. And if there's bullying going on at home, then it's your job to put an end to it. Okay. Now, it's important to approach the situation with patience and support. Now, bullying often stems from underlying issues, and addressing them can lead to positive changes. Because you know what I want to say? Sometimes when a child is bullying and you bring it to their attention because they're not thinking about it at the moment, all the friends are laughing and everybody's laughing, and all of a sudden, all the attention focuses on you. But a lot of kids, they do feel bad when you isolate them away from the other bullies. They feel bad, but they don't want to be left out. And what they don't want is everyone else turning on them. You see that? And that's a lot of insecurity. So these are the steps that we must take in order to avoid school suspension, possibly jail time, spending days and nights in juvenile hall, money for counseling, court cases. We can avoid a lot of these things, but like I said before yesterday, if you are complaining about your child being bullied and you can't get that parent's attention, I tell you what, start speaking about court. Start filing harassment charges at the police station. You want somebody attention? Start messing with their pockets. And that's why I say when a parent takes it upon themselves to fight that battle or assault another child, you are heading for a world of trouble. You're heading for a world of trouble. Why? Because then here you are striking someone else's child, which you yourself, you are doing the bullying, but now you're in and out of court. You're in and out of court when you could have taken that parent to court. Let me tell you something. Nobody has time to be running in and out of no court, spending money, trying to, spend money on hiring a lawyer. No, no, no. Do you know how many carton of eggs and some milk that you could have gotten, but you're taking all that money? Do you know the birthdays and the Christmases that's coming up? Do you know the time that you will be taken off of your job that you may not have? Think of these things. Now, we're going to also speak about why a child would be bullied. Okay, we went into it a little yesterday, and so let's continue. Now, a revenge or retribution. Past hurts or feelings of being wronged, whether real or perceived, can lead a child to bully others as a form of revenge. Revenge is a biggie. That's a big one there. Everybody trying to get even with somebody else. And you know, the sad part about it is that's the world that we live in. That's the world we live in. See, when we're younger, we're just calling it bullying. But the older we get, it becomes something else. Because that is the time that we're here physically assaulting, possibly unliving someone over revenge. No. Now, at home influence, a combative family dynamics where conflicts are unresolved can instill in a child the idea that relationship is a valid form of conflict resolution. Again, what they see inside the household is what they will take outside the household. Now, a lack of empathy. Now, some children may not fully understand or appreciate the impact of their actions or others, leading to bullying behavior. Some do not realize it. Like some children, they just play follow the leader. Again, this one did it and got away, that one did it and got away, that one got a talking to, and here you are getting suspended. Why? Because this is what they think. This is what how they perceive it. School, just the outside world. If you are hanging out with five of them, and I just spoke to three of them, now here you are the fourth one, you will catch it. You will catch it. Because there's no way five of you did not understand what I just said to the first three. So four and five, you're getting it. And that's just the way it is. Now, insecurity about identity, big one too. Bullying can sometimes arise from a child's struggle with their identity, gender, culture, or interest. And gender is a big one. It's a big one because to me, and I'm just going to say to me because people have their own opinions. Like when a boy believe that they're a girl and a girl believe that they are a boy, that they're boys. And you're being mocked, ridiculed, the attention's on you because you're different. But at home, they're never taught how someone feels. You are not to make fun of. If the girl is acting like a boy and the boy is acting like the girl, if you don't like it, you stay away. But to sit there and start calling names, it's wrong. Some of us have culture differences. Yeah, we do. Some still eat with our hands. Some, they like to wear big, bright dresses. Some, they eat food that have a weird smell. They dress differently. They speak a different language. But then who are you to make fun of them? And it's hard to say not to do something when society is doing it. When people that are running the country make it their business to body shame. This is what I believe. I hear a lot of, God didn't create man, man, God didn't create women for women. Like, whatever the Most High's creation was, He will deal with it. And so, who are you to point it out and to criticize and to critique to the point that your child hears it and then they go outside and they find the very people that you are talking about and making fun of, or they turn the TV on and oh, we're gonna ban men from women activities. And if you put it in their faces, they will act on it. If you talk about it in such a negative way, they will pick it up. And this is how you, I want to say, not engage in it and teach your child that because you hear it on the news, that makes it right. And because people are speaking negatively about it, it makes it right. So when you come in contact with someone that sounds like they fit the description, you have a right to discriminate against them. And it's wrong. It is wrong on all levels. You are causing your children to discriminate. Or when you say to your child, this here person is brown, and this here person is darker brown, so that means they don't belong. That means you don't have to respect them. That means they're lying and they're stealing. So that's why you must monitor what your child is listening to and what your child is seeing on social media, any type of news, because now we're in an age whereas we have to explain away everything that our child hear. Because when you think that the news is not influencing your child, you are sadly mistaken. You are sadly mistaken. Again, I don't know where a bunch of 11-year-olds got that ICE is going to deport your parents to the point that an 11-year-old child took her own life. And this is the reason why we're on bullying this week. Because we make a difference in our children's lives. We, as the parent, makes a difference, okay? So, environmental stressors. External factors such as school stress, changes in family structure, challenges can contribute to bullying behavior. And a lot of times it is. So many divorces, so many broken homes, so many people passing away. And instead of coming together and talking about it, we just leave that child to figure it out on their own. School is so stressful. School is stressful. A lot is happening. I'm telling you, when I say a lot is happening, school is just not what it used to be. And it's not. Without going into a lot of detail, so much is happening at these schools, even with the teachers. Because now more than ever, the teachers are really going hand in hand with these students, insulting them, trying to sneak in a racial insult. From that to taking them to bed. I'm just getting to the point about it. Now, at home influence, a tense or stressful home life can lead to increased anxiety, which a child might express through bullying. So when you're over there going upside your wife's head and your child sees it, or the child's looking for their mother and you're out with your legs open somewhere else, but not at home with your husband or boyfriend, and the next thing you know, you become the talk of the town, your child will feel it. Your child will feel it. And when someone hears it, so what is the first thing they do? Is let me take the attention off of me. I'm going to bully this one because I need to express myself and I don't know how to express myself. But I'm mad and I'm angry, so I'm going to take it out on you. Now, the influence of technology. Cyberbullying has become prevalent, often stemming from issues that manifest in face to face interaction. Now, this is where we take it from junior high into high school. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me go to your Facebook page or your Instagram page, and let me just start talking about you and saying all these things and putting up crazy emojis and telling people to go check out the post. Check out the post. I just went and said this, and I just went and said that. And now you have everybody under that post clowning you. It's still bullying. And this is why I said before, you must monitor your child's social media activities. When you see it, don't sit there. Restrict that child. Social media. No, you can't be on it for a week. Because guess what? When the tables turn and someone's doing it to your child, now you're ready to react. But when your child's doing it, you thought it was funny. Now, excessive screen time without guidance can lead children to adopt harmful online behaviors, often reflecting unresolved issues in their physical interactions. And so now, if I'm not mistaken, even cyberbullying is a crime. Even cyberbullying is a crime. So, in conclusion, while many factors contribute to bullying behaviors, the at home atmosphere plays a crucial role in shaping a child's action and attitudes. Understanding these influences can help parents and caregivers foster healthier environments and address issues before they escalate. Before they escalate. So, again, now we know what to do when your child is being bullied. Stay calm and listen, validate their feelings, gather more information. Now, this is if your child is being bullied. Stay calm. Let me just reiterate that. Stay calm, react and sensible, encourage sharing, which open your child up to sharing more with you, getting the questions out, asking details of what happened, how it happened, when did it happen. That to me is something that's very important. The moment your child comes to you, you need to document that. Because I believe if there's a lot of documentation there, oh, my child came on Wednesday and said XYZ. Sometimes it's just not about, oh, I'm going to call the school. No, sometimes you have to show up and speak to that principal, speak to the teacher. Ask for some type of parent-to-parent conference. Bring all parties in. Nothing happened there? Okay. So, another instance. Okay, let me document that. Let me document that. You have so much documentation. Now you can go to the school board because it's not being resolved. Now you have enough to go and file a police report. Yeah. If you document it from beginning to end, check on your child, watch the child's behavior. And a lot of times we don't want to relocate our child. And with all the documentation, you should not have to relocate that child. But then you should be able to go get a restraining order. I'm telling you, when you take the legal route, That's when you're going to get that parent's attention. Hey, I'm about to tie you up in court. And need be anything that expense that I'm coming out of my pocket with, I'm tying that to you as well. You will get that attention that you need. Those parents would, hey, look, leave that person alone. You know, hey, look, why? Why do you feel it's right to bully? Hey, you know what? I've been speaking to you about this issue and nothing seems to change. No, I have to take you in to get you some counseling. Stop sweeping things up under the rug because we tend to do that. Everything is swept under the rug, swept, lift up the rug, push it all up under there until it gets so big, and now everything is being revealed. Why? Because the people are knocking on your door saying, give me that one and give me the rest. Yeah, because now they're going to label you as unfit. And you want to sit there to the media and everybody else. I don't know what happened. No, you know exactly what happened. You know exactly what happened. So tomorrow we will talk about caught in the act. What's a parent's playbook when confronted with their child's bullying? Okay, so tomorrow, that is what we are going to speak about. Caught in the act. It is Gail with To The Point 101. Let's talk about it. We will continue to talk about it. We will continue to shed light this week on this here matter that is getting out of hand. Because I'm telling you, as I said before, there are so many children now unliving themselves. You know, people just overlook it and don't say it's an epidemic. Call it what you must, but we must call it out. We must have this discussion. We must slow it down. Slow it down to the point that it's just a trickle here and there, not 2 and 3 and 4 a week in the news, need be US or somewhere else, where a child that's supposed to be our future is no longer making it to the eight, not even to their teenage years. So I will see you all soon. We will continue this week speaking about it and shedding some light. Someone out here needs to hear it. Someone has a child that has been bullied or doing the bullying. Okay? So it is Sledge. Auntie Sledge said, we are the village. Be part of the village and make a difference. Okay? See you all soon.